Why is the conviction wrong?
Good morning. Thank you for the opportunity to speak to this. I believe it's wrong because in past we thought that 4 children wouldn't be able to pass away of natural causes. That was too impossible. In modern science and in genetics, we learn over 20 years, and in pediatric genetics in particular, that this is possible. This is not even exceptional, and we see it's happening more and more often and in different families.
So what are you claiming? Can you explain that to us?
Yeah, there are 4 children. There are 2 girls and 2 boys, which passed away of at different ages over the period of 10 years. In the 2 girls, the team of Professor Vinuesa from the John Curtin School of Medical Research at ENU in Canberra found that the 2 girls carry a genetic predisposition in a gene which is known to be associated with heart problems. And their work, published last year and peer-reviewed, assessed by international experts, clearly demonstrates the link between that genetic predisposition, the infection they were fighting at the time of their life, and the sudden death they experienced. Because there are other individuals in the world now we know of which have similar or almost identical genetic predisposition and also passed away of similar causes.
So if you break this all down, did they just all have essentially a heart attack, cardiac arrest? Is that what happened here?
Yes.
They suffocated?
That's, in a very, very simple terms, yes, their hearts stopped working properly because of a genetic predisposition they carried. But this is the explanation for the 2 girls. For the 2 boys, who were the early ones who passed away at different ages, the case is not yet clear, but there is a very strong lead which would explain their death. Now, it is unusual to see 2 different causes in one family, like one explanation for the girls and one explanation for the boys. But that is what we do see in families like this. So it's not exceptional or unheard of.
Is it possible that she smothered the children during periods of frustration?
Oh, of course, that was the case against her. But from the reports, and I can't comment on those, it looks like this was not the case. That was the conclusion of the investigations, and that's how I read it. But I can't comment on it.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was what, as you said, that's what she was convicted for. So, I mean, it's still quite possible that that's what she did.
Oh, as parents, I have 5 children. We get frustrated, but I don't think as a parent you would see that happening. I really can't see it.
So how are you so certain that what you're saying is correct?
We are not certain. We're just alluding to the fact that there is scientific evidence and understanding of this specific case in at least the 2 girls where the team, international team of high reputation, presents assessed evidence by peers, which builds a case that at least the 2 girls died of natural causes. And that, of course, casts a doubt about the conviction of Kathleen Folbigg. And there's also a lead to the explained possible the sudden death of the boys.
So that's enough for you to believe that she should be pardoned, that she should be released?
Well, she should be released, or at least the case should be opened, and this evidence should be considered. Based on what we know in similar families, in similar cases, in acute pediatric illness, which we know it's to large extent caused by a genetic predisposition, which perhaps together with an infection, which another trigger, can tip these children to the territory of sudden death.
So what you're saying is that this may well just have been a tragic set of unfortunate circumstances that all coincided at the same time.
Correct. According to the traditional thinking, this is impossible to have 4 children at different time over a period of 10 years to die, and due to different natural causes. And we understand that. But looking at it with under the microscope of a new evidence, and especially in genetics, where we have a lot of information about similar patients. There are registries in the world which collect this information. There is reasonable doubt that this happened because of non-natural causes.
Right, but it is still possible that she killed him.
Of course,
yeah.
That's still possible.
Okay.
But we believe that the case needs to be looked at in view of the latest scientific evidence, which was presented to the peers last year in November 17. The team from Canberra, international scientists, published their work, and that was well received, and based on the evidence generated also in between.